reason to look for him. Before we left the house, I dug through a box of summer stuff and found a pair of sunglasses I use when the weather's nice enough to ride my bicycle. The glasses had a small mirror attached to the left side of the frame that could be swung up and out so you could see behind you. Not quite as cool as the equipment Q gave Bond, but it would do. And I didn't have to flirt with Ms. Moneypenny to get it. An eye in the back of my head. And I bet I was the first kid on my block to have one, too. I saw Lurch when I stopped abruptly at the entrance of Patty's Pantry for my morning cup of coffee. I stared at the door as if it held a menu, and swung the mirror out and rotated my head until I noticed the guy who looked like a mortician on the other side of the avenue by Pat J's pharmacy. He stood with his arms crossed over his sparrow's chest, watching the back of my head openly. Furrows were cut like rivers in his sunken cheeks, and a widow's peak began halfway up his forehead. In Patty's, I swung the mirror back against the frame and ordered my coffee. "You go blind all of a sudden, Patrick?" I looked up at Johnny Deegan as he poured cream into my coffee. "What?" "The sunglasses," he said. "I mean, it's what, middle of March? And no one's seen the sun since Thanksgiving. You go blind? Or are you just trying to look hipper and shit?" "Just trying to look hipper and shit, Johnny." He slid my coffee across the counter, took my money. "It ain't working," he said. Out on the avenue, I stared through my sunglasses at Lurch as he brushed some lint off his knee, then bent to tie his shoelaces just like the weeble had the day before. I took off my sunglasses, thinking of Johnny Deegan. Bond was cool, sure, but he never had to walk into Patty's Pantry. Hell, just try and order a vodka martini in this neighborhood. Shaken or stirred, your ass was going out a window. I crossed the avenue as Lurch concentrated on his shoelace. "Hi," I said. He straightened, looked around as if someone had called his name from down the block. "Hi," I said again and offered my hand. He looked at it, looked down the avenue again. "Wow," I said. "You can't tail someone for shit, but at least your social skills are honed to the quick." His head turned, as slowly as the earth on its axis, until his dark pebble eyes met mine. He had to look down to do it, too. The shadow of his skeletal head puddling down my face and spreading across my shoulders. And I'm not a short guy. "Are we acquainted, sir?" His voice sounded as if it would due back at the coffin any moment. "Sure, we're acquainted," I said. "You're Lurch." I looked up and down the avenue. "Where's Cousin It, Lurch?" "You're not nearly as amusing as you think you are, sir." I held up my coffee cup. "Wait till I've had some caffeine, Lurch. I'm a certified bust-out 15 minutes from now." He smiled down at me and the furrows in his cheeks turned to canyons. "You should be less predictable, Mr. Kenzie." "How so, Lurch?" A crane swung a cement post into the small of my back, and something with sharp, tiny teeth bit into the skin over the right side of my neck. And Lurch lurched past my field of vision as the sidewalk lifted off itself and rolled toward my ear. "Love the sunglasses, Mr. Kenzie," the weeble said, as his rubbery face floated past me. "They're a real nice touch." "Very high-tech," Lurch said. And someone laughed, and someone else started a car engine, and I felt very stupid. Q would have been appalled. "My head hurts," Angie said. She sat beside me on a black leather couch, and her hands were bound behind her back, too. "How about you, Mr. Kenzie?" a voice asked. "How's your head?" "Shaken," I said. "Not stirred." I turned my head in the direction of the voice, and my eyes met only a hard yellow light fringed by a soft brown. I blinked.